In the year 2016, 21-year-old Matthew Graham, living in Melbourne, was sentenced to full 15 years. His crime was that he was running a website named Hurt to the Core on the dark web, but it was not a normal website. In this website, videos of children being sexually tortured were uploaded, and there were discussions about what are the new methods of torture, how to hide bodies and other such disgusting things on dark web. This is not just such a website. It is a website of University of Sportsmouth. According to research, T-pornography is the most common content found on the dark web, and if this son has given you goosebumps, then do not go to the dish search and follow up here even by mistake, because here people discuss their darkest fantasies, like which human body part is more delicious or how to make a bag from human skin. Now friends, if you are a normal person and your thinking is not a little twisted, then obviously you will not go to the dark web. But if you are itching to go for adventure, then let me also tell you that it has other risks. Well, like if you do not want any of your personal information to be sold on any dark website tomorrow, then think again. But friends, now the question arises here that if it is so illegal, then why is it not being banned? Well, maybe because the creator of it is none other than the military of the world's superpower country itself. But why did they create such an illegal thing? Is there any benefit for America in this? Well, hello friends, I am Z, and you are watching ZTV. After all this sun, you too are feeling the urge to go into the dark. Then in this video you will know why you should never visit the dark web. Now friends, if you want to ruin any person's life or make him suffer, just layer assassination and life-ruining services are available here. This is such a poor and disgusting service that it will spoil the lives of others and can even ruin them forever. So basically in this service you can give betel nut to someone online, and you will see these services everywhere on the dark web. But along with this, you will see some other things. Those are the things to buy, like drugs, fake license, fake US citizenship, organs of human being, even the human being himself. You can even buy the complete identity of a human being here. That person's credit card details, financial logins, email details, bank details, and his driving license of a horse, and that too for only 9 lakh rupees. But how would people buy all this? Because giving any personal bank details on the dark web means openly inviting hackers to enter your bank account, and hence the motto of Satoshi Na, the savior of dark web users, who invented the world's first Bitcoin in 2009. Bitcoin is basically a virtual currency which cannot be traced. This means that if someone buys illegal things with Bitcoin on the dark web, then no one will be able to trace his vote transaction back to him, because cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin use blockchain technology. Now, blockchain, as I explained in other videos, means literally a chain made of blocks, in each block of which who sent this coin, who will receive, and where did it come to the sender from. All that information is there, and every blog has its own hash code which is unique like a fingerprint, and as soon as there is any change in the blog, its hash also changes. But what is known about all these things from the dark web? So friends, now understand that you have to sell bitcoins to Papu, but some hacker is trying to hack that transaction. Think, to get that bitcoin, the hacker will have to first open the blogs and consider that he has also opened the first blog. So after that, he will have to open the blog through which that blog came to you, and there are total 2 crore 10 lakh bitcoins in the world. So who would know the history of that bitcoin, meaning the hacker will have to open the entire history of that bitcoin from now onwards. But until he opens all the blogs and reaches the last one, till then he will not get that bitcoin. And that is why the safest way to transact on the dark web is through cryptocurrency. But not only dark paper, but it is also the safest option in real life, because due to this technology, the chances of online fraud become nil. I forgot to mention one thing. To go to the dark web, first of all you have to download Tor browser, with which you can access dark web websites with complete privacy and without any trace. But don't think that if you download the top browser, you will be completely safe. You will have to install a VPN, and even installing a new VPN will do nothing. This is all just security in name, because the hackers roaming on the dark web are finding new ways day by day to compromise the security of the computers and phones of dark web surfers like you, breaking the system and entering inside. And all the need is one small mistake of yours, And the most common mistake that people do on the dark web is clicking on random links or pop-up ads. And these pop-up ads look just like normal pop-up ads, but do not think at all that by clicking on the X above it, you will cut this ad. Instead of stopping, dark website content will start downloading on your computer, which will basically be viruses, Trojan horses. They will look exactly like normal apps, but they will be such malwares that will remain hidden in your computer by changing their form and will keep sending all the information of your computer to the hacker. And what can you do in this? Absolutely nothing, because at this point all your information has been exposed to the hacker. And that is why any novice or regular internet surfer should not make the mistake of visiting the dark web. Well, for a minute, even if you say so, you have to take risk and go to the dark web. Yes, but if I say that once you get trapped in the clutches of dark web, you will not be able to escape or get out. So, well, what happens is that many times for the first time, you get trapped in the clutches of hackers hiding on the surface dark up and sacrifice your personal information, but every time you will not get trapped in the web like this. Sometimes, even after closing the dark web, you will not be able to get out of the dark web even if you want to, due to some things seen there. Now, if you remember, I had told about different discussion forums of dark web. In places where individuals engage in conversations about topics that are deemed inappropriate for open discussion in the presence of a general audience, like how to murder someone, how to cook human mass, or how to make a purse from human skin, and for this there is literally a website on the dark web. Some say thighs, some say eyes, and some say the condition will be there after looking at the hands, because there are some such videos on the dark web which will take away your sleepless nights, and now if you look carefully, the opposite of red rum is right murder. A large number of people come to see this, and by paying money they can tell how that person should be tortured. Someone says, take 10,000 and drain all the blood from him, or take 15,000 and pull out every hair from his head, and even if someone has given money to kill that person, then he should be killed. But it is not so easy to find red rooms even on the dark web, and you can enter only when someone gives you an invitation, and even after that you will have to pay in bitcoins before entering, and that is why even the FBI and cybercrimes people are not aware of it till now. Haven't been able to find it, but just think, even if you get the link, would you like to go? But friends, now this question might be coming in your mind, that whether the purpose behind creating dark web was really that people could do illegal work here with certainty. So basically, how is the internet like an iceberg or a mountain of ice submerged in water, and the internet we use is only 10% of this iceberg, and it is called surface VAP. The rest is called the entire iceberg underwater. Deep web is where all those things are found which companies and governments cannot keep in the surface web, such as medical records, financial and legal details of the company, government data, etc. And deep is a small part of the web itself. Dark web, that is dark web, was not created by anyone, but it has been existing since the time of internet. But then during the 1990s, the Advanced Research Project Agency Network and US military dedicated together created the browser, which is basically a browser that can make its users anonymous while surfing the internet, and their users can create their own dark websites, which do not end with .com or .in, but with .onion. And all these websites remain unknown, and you can access them only through Tor. But the US did not create it for any illegal work. Rather, they wanted a space where they could talk among themselves without any interference or fear that someone would hack their website. And also the American spies who were in other countries could also talk to the US military on the dark web without compromising their location or information. But then 2044 Mentor browser was made public by saying that everyone has the right to protect their privacy, and the second reason given was that journalists in conservative countries can share their views here without any fear. But this was not the real reason behind making the Tor public. Their real motive was that the more people are on the dark web, the more anonymity the military will get. Friend, if he is alone discussing on a website and someone hacks it, then the hacker can easily get all the information. Will be found, but if there are thousands of websites and thousands of users on the dark web, then even if someone accidentally finds a government discussion, he himself will not be sure whether it is true or false. But even he himself had no idea that the dark web would become so terrible in the future, because as soon as anonymity was achieved, the dark web became a den of drug sellers, murderers, traffickers, hitmen, etc. Now, whatever may be the motive or reasons, today, almost 90% of the content on dark web is illegal or heart-wrenching. Still, why is it not being banned? And the reason is because it is impossible to stop it, because dark web browsers use a lot of relays. That is, to hide the IP address of a user, they jump from 3 different IP addresses. After doing this, they get connected to the server, and such a year is a bad place at night. Yet it helps the police to catch big criminals and stop big drug deals because the police themselves enter into it by doing anonymous forest and hiding their identity. And many countries have created their own task forces, which keep monitoring the task web under cover of 24/7. They track the videos and the users visiting that site, and in the same way they arrested 197 people in last year's massive global dark web takedown, and many times when the owners of the actual website are caught, then they arrest them, get the details and IP addresses of people visiting their website. That is, if one day you accidentally visit a wrong website and tomorrow its owner is arrested, then the police may attack you for your pain also. So, look friends, now I have told you all the reasons why you should not go to the dark web. It was my duty, but further, it is your choice. If you still want to go, then at least keep strict arrangements for your security and never share your personal details. Do not reveal, do not click on any ad, and do not download anything. And if any of you have gone before, then do share your experience in the comments section below. And friends, if you have learned anything new from this video, then do hit the like button to match with the channel. Also, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you do not miss the updates of any of our upcoming videos. As always, stay curious, keep learning, and keep growing.